Guys, there is a number I want you to remember. $12.4 billion. That is how much money beginners lost in crypto in 2024 alone. Not because the market crashed, not because crypto is a scam, but because they made the same 5 mistakes that people have been making since Bitcoin was $10. And the worst part is, right now, as you are watching this, thousands of people are making these exact mistakes without even knowing it. If you watched my last video, you already know how to buy your first Bitcoin. You went through the 6 steps, you set up your wallet, you made your first purchase. Congratulations, you are officially in the game. But here is something I wish someone had told me after my first purchase. Buying crypto is the easy part. What happens next is where people get destroyed. Because the moment you own crypto, you enter a psychological battlefield climb. And if you do not know the traps, they will eat you alive. Let me tell you about the first trap, and it is the one that gets almost everyone. You wake up one morning, check your phone, and see a coin going up 40%. Twitter is on fire. Reddit is screaming.
Everyone is posting screenshots of their gains. And something inside you says,
that feeling has a name. FOMO, fear of missing out. And it is responsible for more lost money in crypto than... Because here is what actually happens behind the scenes. By the time a coin is trending on social media, the smart money terpettes, the people who actually know what they are doing terpettes, they bought days or weeks ago.
They are the ones selling into your excitement. You think you are catching a rocket. In reality, you are catching a falling knife.
The price peaks, it reverses, and suddenly that 40% gain you chased turns into a 30% loss.
You panic, you sell, you lose money, and you swear crypto is rigged.
It is not rigged. You just walked into the most common trap in the game.
The solution is almost painfully simple. Never buy something because the price is going up. Ask yourself one question, why is this going up? If the answer is because everyone on Twitter says so, that is not a reason. That is a warning sign. And if you missed a move, let it go. The market gives opportunities every single week. Chasing one will cost you dozens. Now let me tell you about a mistake that is the mirror opposite of FOMO, and it is just as dangerous. Most beginners are obsessed with buying. When should I buy? What should I buy? How much should I buy? But almost nobody thinks about the other side, tide. When should I sell? And this is where fortunes evaporate. I have personally watched people turn $1,000 into $10,000 and then ride it all the way back down to $300. Not because the market betrayed them, because they never had a plan to take profit.
The price kept going up and they kept thinking, just a little more, just a little higher, until it was not higher anymore.
And by then, all those gains were just a memory. Before you buy anything at Fingera, write down 2 numbers. The price where you will take some profit and the price where you will cut your loss. Tape it to your monitor if you have to. Because once the price starts moving, your emotions take over. And emotions do not care about your financial goals. The third mistake is quieter than the first 2, but over time, it bleeds you dry. Fees. Every time you buy, sell, or move crypto, you pay a fee. Trading fees on the exchange, network fees on the blockchain. And if you are the type of person who makes 10 trades a day trying to catch every little move, those fees are silently eating your portfolio alive. I have seen people who were actually good at picking coins. Cuddy? They were right more often than wrong, Cunny, and they still lost money. Because the fees on 30 trades a month wiped out all their gains. The fix is simple. Trade less. Pick your moments. And always trying, check the fee before you click confirm. Now, mistake number 4. This one does not slowly bleed you. This one can take everything in an instant. Your entire portfolio, gone in seconds. And there is no customer support to call, no bank to file a complaint with, Nothing. I am talking about wallet security. Your crypto is protected by something called a seed phrase, 12 to 24 random words that give complete access to your money. If someone gets those words, they own your crypto, period. And people lose their seed phrases in the most preventable ways imaginable. They save them in a notes app. They take a screenshot. They store them in Google Drive. They type them into a website that looks official but is actually a phishing scam designed to steal everything. Write your seed phrase on paper, physical paper. Store it in 2 separate secure locations. Never type it into any website. Never photograph it. Never share it with anyone. This is not paranoia. This is the difference between keeping your money and losing it forever. And that brings me to the 5th mistake, the $12 billion mistake, the one I told you about at the beginning of this video.
Trusting influencers blindly.
There was a study that tracked what happens to people who copy trades from crypto influencers. The result? An average loss of 8% in 30 days. That is not a typo. People who followed influencer recommendations performed worse than if they had done nothing at all.
Why? Because the business model is not what you think. Most influencers do not make money from investing. They make money from promoting.
Attention, everyone. We secured our position. Now it's time to buy. Do not miss this opportunity.
The price goes up from all the buying, and then they sell ordering, right into the wave of people who trusted them. The solution is the hardest one on this list because it requires patience. Do your own research.
Look at what the project actually does. Check the team. Read the tokenomics. If you cannot explain in one sentence why...
And this is exactly the problem. How do you learn to do your own research when you are just starting out? Where do you even begin? Because the difference between the people who lose $12 billion and the people who actually build wealth in crypto is not luck.
It is not timing. It is education. It is knowing what to look for before you put your money on the line.
That is why I always recommend having a structured learning path. Not random videos, not Twitter threads, but a real step-by-step system that teaches you how to analyze, how to plan, and how to protect yourself. I have linked the course I personally use in the description below. It is an affiliate link, which means I earn a small commission, but I recommend it because it covers every single mistake I just talked about and shows you exactly how to avoid them. Now, I just showed you 5 traps that destroy crypto portfolios. Avoid these and you are already ahead. But here is what has been keeping me up at night lately. As I was putting this video together, I kept coming back to a question. What about stocks? Because everything I just said about crypto, the volatility, the risk, the emotional roller coaster, stocks do not have that problem, at least not to the same degree. So why not just invest in stocks and skip all this crypto chaos? It is a fair question. And honestly, there are some things stocks do better than crypto. Way better. But there is also something crypto offers that the stock market simply cannot match today. And when I show you the data in my next video, I think it is going to change how you think about your money entirely. Because there is a strategy that lets you benefit from both worlds at the same time, and almost nobody uses it.